A live stream. Yes, we are. Okay. Yeah, it looks like we're watching it. Mute. I'll watch now. Let's see it. Boom. There we are. And I'm looking so pretty. I feel pretty, oh so pretty. I feel pretty and witty and gay, and I pity any girl who isn't me today. And scene. That's it. Anyway, so how's everyone doing? I mean, there's no one here right now, so we'll wait a few minutes while we wait. I'll take a few puffs on my imaginary pipe. The smell was awful because this was a used one, so I filled it with cinnamon and let it sit with cinnamon in it for like 2 years. So now it smells tobacco-y at minimum, if that's a real word, which it's not. But now I can pretend to smoke a pipe. I tell you, sir, this is irregular, I tell you. Very irregular. Oh, my headphones are blasting. So let me turn that down so I don't hear myself talk. And now let me go back to this. I tell you, I want to put $100 on Shirley Temple to win the third. I have no idea. I don't know why a gambler would have a pipe. This is more of a detective thing. And so, detective, it was quite obvious that the butler was not the killer, as he was obviously having an affair with the maid. I can't do that. We'll see how it goes. Okay, how's everyone doing? I'm doing well. How's everyone's writing doing? My writing has been awesome. No, it hasn't been awesome. I haven't. Once again, I wrote last week and I have not wrote this week. It just seems like life gets so busy. But that's why I like this time together with you guys, because it is an hour in my week that I can sit down and write. And even if nothing else happens, I'm getting something done. So even if it takes 3 years, maybe in 3 years I'll have a finished novel. So thank you. I got my caffeine. I am so ready to go. So let's see. Do 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 do. That was your cue. Did you do it? Probably not. If you did it, oh well. I don't know where you guys left off. I am on chapter 4. And see, what I'm planning on doing is just working on a chapter each time. Even if I don't actually finish the chapter, or if I miss a chapter, in which is what happened to me, because he gets fired. I wrote that he got fired last week in the chapter. And so I'm just starting the next chapter, even though I haven't finished each chapter. But then while he's sitting there waiting for his turn, he ends up bumping into the girl that he saved in the alley. What girl he saved in the alley? Exactly. That was supposed to be like, last chapter, 2 chapters ago. And for some reason, I never got to it before I stopped. So this is kind of embarrassing. I didn't write a main introduction of the love interest. So sorry. But I will do my best to just act as if the meeting took place and that there's a little bit of, how you'll say, romance. Not really. There's not really a lot of romance. Let me see. Can we call up my little... Oh, wait. I locked it. That's not it. Boom. There it is. It is not the prettiest thing, but there it is. Chapter 4. So pretty. So pretty. So I'll write this and then just 20 more chapters to go. 20 more weeks. 5 more months. And then I'll have a basic rough draft that makes no sense because I never introduced the main love interest, which is kind of embarrassing. Her name is Mikiko. At least that's the name in my head. I wanted to hint that there's a world outside of this city, this steampunk London. So all the trading that goes on with other countries, including Japan. I don't know what a steampunk Japan would look like. I should actually Google that. That would be interesting. I wonder what a steampunk Japan looks like. Robotic samurai, I tell ya. Robotic samurai. Sushi machines. Hello Kitty dolls. Well, they have those anyway. And they have sushi machines. I'm not sure if they have robotic samurai. How would you like integrate two sort of weird settings like that? Indeed. Anyway, so she, probably one of the many immigrants that came to England, London, many a moon ago, though not very welcomed. And so she ends up having to get a job, even though she's very intelligent and well educated. I may have a drinking problem. It's pop, but it's still a problem. She has to get a job with BioWare. I still don't like the name BioWare, though. It doesn't seem steampunky enough. It should be like Uncle George's house and like, I don't know, something weird like that. Just like they'd have like Mother's tonic of the soul, lubricant of, I don't know what, but yeah, like elaborate names and weird things. So maybe you have to change BioWare to something else. Dr. Megorium's wondrous biomechanical BioWare. Why am I talking like this a lot today? I don't know why. I think it's the elastic band in my goatee. It makes me do weird things. And I would say chokes off the blood to my brain, but that would be a lie. So I have to work on chapter 4, and that means he is waiting outside, and she comes up to she tracks him down to thank him for saving her life and brings him a little plant. As like maybe a bonsai tree or some sort of carefully manicured plant. And then she sees that he's got his box of belonging next to him and realizes that, whoops, he's homeless now. Where would he put a plant? Awkward. Wise men say only fools rush in, but I can't help falling in love with you. And I'm distracted. So let me just see. Window capture. Let's just shut that off for a bit. Yeah. So I don't know. Do you guys have any stories? Anything at all that you want to share? The chat. I don't know where the chat window is. It's probably over there. I don't really know. The window I'm watching, it's this way. But I have a feeling on the actual Twitch page, it's that way. Very confusing. So if you have anything that you want to add, say hello. Oh, hello, I just kicked the wall. How are you this fine day? Thank you for joining me and making me feel less alone. You're back on the Christmas card list. Not that I have a Christmas card list, but if I had one, you would be on it. Do. Oh, you are swell. Yes. Yes, you are swell. You're super swell. See, I can do that too. Did you work today? Probably not. I didn't see you around and I didn't check. But how was your day? Did you do any writing other than DM writing? Did you do any Dungeons and Dragons writing? I'm waiting for your response. It's just going to be awkward until you answer. Five. Oh, lots of writing. Excellent. Would you like to tell me about it? And that would be a yes. Yes, you would. I will just make up what you're writing. And you tell me if I'm right or not. You are writing a story. Historical fiction. It takes place in the Old West in 1847 in the town of Lonesome Gulch. And it's about the owner of a brothel who suddenly decides to become an inventor. And she has invented a horseless carriage, but it's stolen by one of her many repeat clients, Mr. Ford. And now she has to track him down to New York City and get him to admit that he stole it from her. How close am I? Like on a scale of 1 to 10. I'm guessing it's like pretty close. She's not answering. Which means, oh, sweet. So I'm a 3, so it's like a 3. So I'm guessing it still takes place in the Old West, or there's a brothel owner, or Mr. Ford's involved. Something like that. We'll see. Anyway, I'm getting distracted. So shame on you. It's time to write. Are you ready? I just kicked the wall. And you shouldn't kick the wall because that's rude. I am sort of ready. I may sing a little bit while we write to make this a little less painful for myself. It might make it a little more painful for you. So I apologize. If you want to sing along, that would be... Actually, I should look at how to play music in the background on this. I just kicked the wall. Take a note. Look up playing music on a stream and the legality of said music. Okay. 1, 2. Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready? Countdown timer. Begin. Chapter 4. Seemed like hours had passed since I first arrived at the brothel in Lonesome Gulch. No, it's not it. First arrived. Area outside the gate. As management could deal with a single worker or two at a time. Found a grassy patch. A grassy patch. meters and sat down, placing my single box of possessions. Was still numb from and was doing, but what? And was not. I had a name for my character. What was it? What was it? It seems like something, like, I know his first name. It's like his last name, though, that's vexing me. Ah, that's right. Churchill. Connor Churchill. It'll change. Don't worry. Don't give me grief over these names, people. It's not like I'm writing a fantasy novel and it's like Unthungenthal, the foe. I don't know. Funny story. When I first played Diablo 2 on PC, Unthungenthal the Barbarian was my name. Not because I liked Unthungenthal, but because that is what it randomly generated for me, or someone generated it for me. Regardless, so I still dust off Unthungenthal sometimes. It fits for a barbarian, not so much for like a magic user or monk. Unthungenthal, the monk. No. Decidedly. What? Am I supposed to have a feminine? Bide. Man. I am not a good writer, even though I'd like to think so. Shoes. Wandered into my view. Into the view of slouched head. Churchill. See, I don't know. No, I don't think they would do like the whole Daniel-san, Churchill-san. It's, no. She's in London. She tries to fit in. Mr. Churchill? Voice. From above. I raised my head. Pushing, was I wearing a cap before? I have no idea, but I like to think he's wearing something like this. Pushing my awesome hat? No, probably just my cap back. From my eyes. It was her. woman from the alley. I only saw her face briefly last night, but in a city of Englishmen, it's hard to forget. Few foreigners ever seen. The bruises and cuts were still fresh on her face, too, as if she had only been released from the hospital this morning. You. I exclaimed in excitement. No, I just exclaimed, standing up. Presence. Though I was a good foot taller than two. She seemed to tower over let me say, I was a good foot taller than her, but her self-confidence seemed the other way around. How are you? Are you okay? Did you get thing broken? I covered her. Questioned. She looked down, not in embarrassment or shyness. As if images came to her mind she wanted to turn from. How very poetic. Sweet Mary, my writing is brilliant. It's not. It's not really. I'm just going to go back here because it's always nice to check and see if anyone else has just jumped into the chat. And they haven't. What? Ugh. I've got to get a better setup here. Do That song has been stuck in my head for probably 10 years. So thank you, Ferris Bueller's Day Off, for bringing it. Pinky up. Okay. I am fine. Thanks to you. She replied. I was able to get your name from the BioWare officials you talked to last night. I wanted to thank you for what you did. She held out a small potted plant. A miniature tree. Plants I've seen. Like her. Romance is blooming. Because I'm the author, I can make it so. Or I can go something like, she took out a knife at the offense and stabbed him repeatedly in the eye socket until his brain slooshed. I'm making that a word, by the way. Slooshed out. The end. But I'm not going to do that. Because let's face it, it's about love. Sorry. I said. Riley. Riley. She looked up, confused. Meeting my eyes for perhaps the first time. Her brow wrinkled in confusion, but not much else because her brow was flawless. Taught never to accept gifts from strange women. I finished. Smiling, I extended my hand. Which she looked at moment for transferring the plant to her arm and then shook it. You already know me. Just in case, though, I'm Connor Churchill. And you are? I said Mikiko. Actually, that is something I'm going to have to look up. Last names, Japanese last names. I don't want to just make something up. So I probably should do a little bit of research. Pinkies up, people. Now let's just kind of see what I've written so far. Probably not very much, but let's just take a gander. Word count. Oh, that's really bad. That is unfortunate. I'm only about halfway done, so I got to do a lot more. So let's get going. Neil, stop being so. She offered. Mikiko. What? I pressed. Last names. You saved my life last night. Answered. Smile. Teasing the corner of her mouth. I hardly think knowing your last name says everything. But you don't want to. Kiko. Around at the ground. A little nervous. No, a little anxious. Around. Not like groups of large. What she experienced. Make her jumpy. I answered her unspoken question. Just got laid off this morning. Actually, is that a new line? See, this is... Everyone? She looked back at me. Then a box of clothes and such at my feet. Then back at me. I shrugged. It hasn't been a very good day, I offered. She nodded. I can see that. She tucked the plant, or she pulled back the pot plant to her side. I guess plant isn't going to be much of a thank you gift if you have no place to put it. I reached out with my love. I love you. No, I reached out and took it from her. I love it. I really like it. I'm sure I can find somewhere to put it. I said, you'll be here long. You here for. Surely if you were fired, sorry, let go. How do I do this? Sorry. She asked. Fire. she questioned. I looked at her. Then I meant still put pieces. I not looked at her. I avoided looking. I avoided looking at her because, well, probably more obviously than I meant to, but she still put it down. Byware. She nodded to herself. Figures. Sorry. Then perhaps you are. I choked. Another smile. It's not uncommon for to blame the drones for the Bioware. She said, rubbing her bruised face unconsciously. But you know that better than any pathetically. She dropped and back down to her side and cloaked herself in confidence yet again. Lunch. Shocked. Not shocked. By the question. I've had with and been asked to shoot someone years. Yeah. Yes. I blurted and pulled back on my enthusiasm because he still has to stick around, people. He does. He does have to stick around. Let's see. I'm just checking everything and seeing if anyone's here now. But it looks like no. And that's okay. Let's just kind of go back and see. What do we got? Called soon. See. Churchill. Can I meet you after that? She nodded. Oh, where? Would you like to meet? I asked. She thought about it. You know the chip shop. She inquired. See, coming up with like, she said, she asked, she inquired, like those type of things, it's a little bit more work than I thought it would be, which is kind of sad. A sad commentary. Do-do-do. See you there. Applied. trying to contain the grin that wanted to break out and cut my face. She nodded, turned. Turned quickly, walking away. Probably to allow myself some dignity. I was sure I was blushing. I watched her stride away through the crowd. Well, I guess I put an extra space there. Oh, she was streets looked like the crowd. She walked as if she was a rock, middle of a stream of water. Beautiful, poetic. It's sometimes like, sometimes I think, oh my goodness, why am I not a professional writer? And then I read what I write and I go, oh, that's kind of why. That's why I'm not. Oh, and 956 words. So I have hit my words. So hooray for me. Let's see. Close. So if I just include all of that, if I just do a word count, save. I better save it or else that'd be kind of embarrassing. 4,018 words. 4,018 words. Well, while that's going on, I mean, I could keep writing, but let's face it, it's gold. It's gold and it's a good place to stop. So I'm going to go to my NaNoWriMo website. And I think all of you should do that too, if you're cool like me. Come on, NaNoWriMo, do-do. Let us update it, do 418. Boom, ba-da-da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da-da. Update the progress, do. And I'm totally not going to hit my 2,000 or 20,000 words this month. I thought it was like an easy thing to do, but if I was doing it every day, yes. I really wanted to do it every day. But unfortunately, I don't think I could convince my boss, Monsieur Worth, you're a great man. But I don't think I could convince him to say, hey, can I just take an hour every day and get paid and do some writing on my own project? In the hopes that people will stop by and we can do some talking about writing. I'm not sure. He's a generous, loving, smart man, but I don't think that would play well. So anyway, 3 minutes and 33 seconds. We will let that count down because you guys can keep writing. I'm done. So suck it. And let me just get rid of the window capture. And I'll just sing a song. I'll sing us out. What is that? I'm just trying to think. I have like Hades from Hercules. He must have a song I could sing. But I don't know what it is. Herc was on a roll, burning up the something of every Greek opinion poll. Do. No, that's not. I was... what's that song? Evermore. Now I got to look it up. Forevermore. Lyrics. What is it? Nope. That. Beauty and the Beast. Beauty, Beast. I was the one who had it all. I was the master of my fate. I never needed anybody in my life. I learned the truth too late. I'll never shake away the pain. I close my eyes, but she's still there. I let her steal into my melancholy heart. It's more than I can bear. Do. Now I know she'll never leave me, even as she runs away. She will still torment me, calm me, hurt me, move me, come what may. Wasting in my lonely tower, waiting by an open door. I'll fool myself, she'll walk right in and be with me forevermore. Oh, that's deep. I rage against the trials of love. I curse the fading of the light. Though she's already flown so far beyond my reach, she's never out of sight. Now I know she'll never leave me, even as she fades from view. She will still inspire me, be a part of everything I do. Wasting in my lonely tower, waiting by an open door. I'll fool myself, she'll walk right in. And as the long, long nights begin, I'll think of all that might have been, waiting here forever more. And now it's done. So it almost like was very well close to the countdown timer. Booyah! You're welcome. And I hope you guys got some writing done. I got a chapter done. As I said before, if I wrote 800 and some words for each chapter, 24 chapters, 20,000 words. I'll write that. I'll have like a very kind of robust outline. And then I will go back and double each chapter. And that will bring me to 40,000. And boom, do it a third time. And hopefully I will get close eventually next year to a full-fledged novel. Then I will sell it for $1 million. It will be turned into a TV series, movie. The money will pour in. I will buy a mansion and a Disney annual pass. Disney representing. I don't know, what's a sign for Disney? Disney representing? Maybe that's the gang sign for Disney. Doesn't look very, maybe it has to be like something like this. I don't know. I'm not a gang member. I wouldn't know. Anyway, I hope that all of you lovely people got something done and that you enjoyed yourself. Ta-ta, we will talk next week where all things will be done. And we will work on the next chapter or whatever you're working on. Bring some thoughts. Bring your own ideas. Share with the class. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.